I guess I'm live now on YouTube and Instagram. This is the most convoluted setup I ever had in my life on those live screen, but I'm gonna try to wing it. All right, so just add a note here somewhere. One more note. See if I can add it to Instagram. Oh, all right, I see live. Oh, here. This is so tricky. Oh, let me see. Down, down. Okay, let me just. Hey, what's up, everyone? I want to welcome you to this live session. Uh, I am trying to make the setup work out on Instagram and YouTube. Even I'm using different equipment, different setup because I realized recently. I mean, I had the feeling, but I confirmed that the Instagram doesn't allow me to screencast from the desktop screen like YouTube. I mean, YouTube, I can do it from the desktop, but Instagram doesn't have the desktop application that enables me to live stream my screen. So what I'm doing, I'm on Instagram on my phone, but what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna direct the flip the screen to show you what I'm doing on my desktop. This is a very primitive way. I have no choice except doing it that way because I am on YouTube. I can show my screen, and on Instagram I cannot. So what I'm gonna do, direct the or flip my screen of the cell phone to my desktop. So hopefully you'll see what I'm doing. Uh, and let me just add in here about the course I have in case somebody is interested. Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure why, but I guess every platform is different. They have different way of setup. The application is different, which I understand. But I mean, you shouldn't be able to do things on YouTube that you cannot do on Instagram. That's what I think. But that's the way it is, and we cannot go. So, okay, this one here, this one here. Okay, just adding. Control C. And what's amazing, you cannot have a hyperlink on Instagram. It looks like because I added the link, it doesn't. But I mean, if somebody is interested in the course that I have Linux commands, they can copy and paste the link from the HTTPS to the LR at the end, and you can use the code 50 off Jan 2025 for 50% discount off. But I mean, this whole video is not for selling my course, but uh, since I'm about Linux and I have a course I have to share with you in case somebody is interested. But you can ask me questions here. I'm willing to help you on this live stream and So let's go. Let me show you my. Um, so as you saw the title, it's uh, the, how to find the hardware information in your Linux machine. If you're using a Linux box computer, you can there is some commands that you can use to find the um, to find the hardware, whether you have USB ports, whether you have PCI cards in your, whether you have, I mean, those exist on every computer nowadays, but sometimes they have different manufacturers, different specs, and the way you see it, you don't have to take your box apart. You can just enter some commands on a screen, and you can display the information. And I will show you in a minute here. And so let me add here. This is this is to show you the hardware where info info using Linux commands and without taking your computer apart. Okay, so uh, let me flip the screen here. Okay, now I'm gonna flip the screen. You're gonna be looking at my desktop, and I'll be running the commands, and you'll see what I'm saying, But you can hear me, but you're not gonna see my face. So, okay, so this is the. I have a new uh, tripod. It's still in a box. I haven't used it. I have to use it. This one is small and it's flexible. I like it. Okay, I guess I can. I can. Can use my hands, and run it over the screen. But for now, let's do this. All right. So the first command we can run is ls ls lshw. lshw, it stands for list of hardware. And I'm gonna hit enter, and this is what happened. It's gonna show you the list of hardware on this. It's almost every hardware on this computer, and the see, and okay, I guess you see the screen now. So starting from, I'm not gonna go on every one, but I'll just go in summary over them. So if you look on the top, it's gonna give the name of the computer, which is the this thing here. And then it says here, warning, you should run this program as a super user. It looks like some of the commands I can run, whether I am a super user or I am a standard user, but this is the recommendation. And if you look here, it says description computer 64 bits. And then it says have some of these I cannot even understand. Some of the software. I'm not a computer or software person, but I'm just a regular user and user like most people. So description motherboard says physical memory, then it'll give you some of the information for the memory. But you can look through the information, and there's a lot of data that anybody can understand. So it says here size 8 gig. This is the RAM, the random access memory. Then it says the CPU. It will give you the information about the CPU of this computer, which is product Intel Core TM i5-4210M CPU at 2.6. So some of these data I can understand, some I don't. But as you can see, it will give you a lot of information about the speed, the capacity, the megahertz of the CPU, and then it'll give you some information. If you are a computer engineer or electronics, you might be able to understand these. But we are end users, so we retrieve information and we try our best to understand as much as we can. So PCI, then you have the PCI. These are cards. I think they are peripheral connection interface or card interface. It says host, bridge, Xeon E, such again. These are Intel. Okay, and then it says display. The display is I think the VGA card. This is why it says PCI. These are cards like network card, uh, the display card for the graphics. And then you'll have all device here. It'll give you the information. Then you have speed and communication controller, PCI. This is for the network card, I think. Communication network. Okay, this one it says network here. Ethernet interface. So it'll give you a lot of information about, I mean, a lot more than you need, if you are an end user like myself. So PCI 0, PCI 1, then you can read through these. And once you read, you can understand what is it doing, what's the function. It says here network wireless interface. It looks like it will give you, let's say, PCI. They give you some information about the manufacturer and the specs. Then it will give you what it is and what it's used for. Still some information about the manufacturers, the wireless interface. So these information are very useful for any one of us, even if you're not very technical, you can understand it. So going down again, PCI bridge, and I don't know what this is. It's a chipset family PCI. I'm not sure what it is. Going down, then it will do the USB port USB 2, and I think it should give you plug and maybe not. I saw these are, I think these are the hard disk, SSD hard disk, yes. So, then going down, it will give you the bus. These are information about the what you're able to expand in your says memory here. Uh, plug and play system such and such. So okay, this is the end here, and these are SCSI. These are CD-ROM. These are the block device they call them in Linux. So it says here removable audio CDCR such and such. So as you can see, uh, there is there are a lot of information. Let me flip the screen towards my. Yes. So as you saw, there are a lot of information about the hardware that's installed in your Linux machine. Uh, I'm sure there are commands that you can use if you're running a Mac or Windows, but myself, I'm running Linux. Talk about Linux, and since the command line interface is a big part of a Linux computer, that's why I'm using the commands in a terminal to retrieve information about the hardware and the software. And on Linux, you don't even have to know a program. These are very basic commands, as you saw. Type ls, which standing for list of hardware, and it gave you this, gave me this list. You can read it, and you may not understand everything, but you're retrieving very useful information from the inner parts of the system here without taking it apart. It's very important, you know. And there are a lot of commands you can use. About if you want to know the memory cards, your capacity, each card, each RAM memory card, you know, how many you have, if your system is upgraded. Because one time I retrieved the information about the memory, I realized that there are four slots and only two slots have uh, have four, I think, four gig. Then I was able to add a new PMI RAM, like so. I made the system as you saw 8 gig. Myself, I had to do a search. You know, is it upgradable? Does it have a slot for a memory card? And what kind of memory card? And I had to enter it. You know, even though I don't know hardware work on my computer, but I was able to do it with this information, you know, including those. And so this list of hardware it gave you the whole, almost the whole list was running, but you can narrow it down to certain. Let's say you want to use you want to find out just the LFP ports, what's going on with USB ports or what's buttons. You can use the command here. You can use command ls LSUSP. You hit enter, and if you notice, let me flip the screen again. If you notice here, I ran this command USB standing for list of USB, and I got this output. And the output it says it'll give you the bus. The bus is, I think, it's some kind of pathway for the data in your system, even though it did not have any hardware attached to it. That's what we call a bus. It's a way of transferring the information. So it says bus 2, 1, 4, 3, etc. And if you look, you read along each line, it give you the manufacturer, it give you the. It does not give you actually what's riding it, what's using it, but it give you the manufacturer. You know each one, each bus. These are USB capability buses where they extend from the ports to the inside of the computer, like the motherboard of the computer. And but when it looks like it's giving you the memory because you know there's allocation for the hardware. Every hardware in your computer has allocation to memory addresses. You know, so I think that's the memory here. So this is the USB. Now we can use the PCI. So if you use the US, clear it first, PCI, PCI, and so if you look here, I ran by the list of PCI connections in your computer. The PCI it means peripheral connection interface. I think that's what it stands for. So uh, and then it'll give you each one, it gives you a lot of details, it looks like, for the PCI cards. The PCI card will give you the information about your graphic cards for the monitor. It will give you about the network card. It will give you about like the wireless network card. It will give you also about the um, SATA, ISA. These are controllers for the hard disk, the chipset. So I'm just reading this information. I don't even understand exactly what they mean on everyone, but you know what I'm saying. There's a lot of information you can retrieve and you can use even if you're not a computer person and you're not technical, you know. So that's clear again. And if you look at many, another command is LSBLK. LSBLK. And what LSBLK does, it will retrieve the block devices, So it will give you the block device, and it looks some of these block devices. I don't even know if it's all hardware or some of it are software because it retrieved the list of from loop 0 all the way down to loop 4. And then it gave me RAM. So it looks like, uh, in Linux computers, everything is a file. Even your hardware is represented or attached to a file. So not everything is hardware by itself. You're done. Hardware and software, and there's a representation or link between the hardware and the software. I'm not sure if it's that way in other systems, in other computers, but that's the way it's in Linux. Everything is represented by a file. So every piece of hardware is connected to a file, and you can do configuration and changes to it. And so that's it for these. Also, you can use the let me see. The CPU, if you want information about the CPU, the central processing unit of your computer, which is part of the board. So what you can do, you can run this command ls. They all start with ls. It means list, and then you attach to it the ls. This one will be ls CPU. So it should give us uh, information about the CPU. And let me show you what it gave me here. So looking at the top, uh, lscpu command here. If you notice that uh, uh, these are simple commands that you can remember, everybody can run them, and it will give you, like I said before, important information about your system. So looking at the top, it says architecture x86 underscore 64, meaning it's the architecture is 86. Most computers use it at home and servers too nowadays. They use the 86. It's the original IBM, I think, in Intel processor. The 86 uh, architecture. Then it'll give you underscore 64, 64. It means the 64 bit. And then it'll give you here 32-bit 64. It means it can run with 32-bit software and 64 bits. Byte order, I don't know what it means, address size, such and such. And then you start reading information. Some information is useful for us as end users. Some of it doesn't mean much, and I'm sure they mean a lot for hardware engineers, computer and electronics, technical individuals. Stepping stick, and it will give you CPU megahertz, maximum, minimum, and then Bogo MIPS. I don't know what's Bogo, but I know MIPS, it means million instructions per second. Some computers have this, and some have RIPS, reduced instruction per second. That's a different type of architecture. Virtualization, VT-X, I'm not sure what it means. Then you have L1D cache, L2, L3 cache, don't know what they mean. And then you got more information here all the way down. Then it'll give you the vulnerability, SRBP, I don't know what they mean. All of those I haven't here. I mean? So flags, and I'll give you some information here. So and that's it for the hardware. These are commands that you can run to understand what's your computer hardware information, what does it consist of, and I'm sure there are more commands because the Linux has an abundance of commands, and you can use them with the switches and options to display different kinds of information. And in the future, maybe I have to look into commands for finding the memory. And then this way, most of us have computers that would like to increase the memory. Like some of them has, let's say, 64 gig. You wanna know if you like to upgrade it to 128 gig and so on. And there are some commands to retrieve the information to show you what's currently used in your computer, what's the RAM, and if there are empty slots that you can use other memory cards to upgrade them. With this one, I did on my computer, but my computer here is the memory is not that it's not uh, big, it's only 8. Nowadays, most computers have 64 gig and up. So, because the more you need the processing power, the more the higher speed you need when it comes to the microprocessor, the CPU, and more memory. You need more memory too, because you need in hand. So with that said, if you have any questions, let me know. Uh, uh, YouTube, I have some questions here on Instagram. I don't have anybody yet because my audience are not. I don't have a lot of audience with Instagram, but I'm making those. If somebody have a question, you can later on add a question or comments, and I'll be looking at the comments to answer you. We have somebody on. Yeah, welcome. That's a funny name, divorce lawyer. Welcome back. I know you've been here before. What's good? Everything is good. Doing with the peripheral component list the block. Yes, talk about cron jobs. Okay, cron jobs. I never tried it, but I know you what you mean, like scheduling certain jobs. We can talk about it, but I have to do preparation for it because I can't remember the whole command. When it comes to cron jobs. Yeah, this video is about the hardware and commands to retrieve hardware. And I ran. I don't know if you're joining me now or if you're on this live stream. As you saw, I ran different commands. And, I have a weird setup today. I am doing the live on YouTube and Instagram using my phone and my computer monitors, and I'm looking at the tablet. So this is very weird. It took me a while to figure it out, but since Instagram doesn't allow like YouTube uh, casting and live streaming using my computer desktop. That's what I'm doing here. Anybody else have a question? Again, I added if somebody is interested in Linux, uh, there are so many free resources online. Uh, when you search the internet on and also videos on YouTube. But if you're interested in joining a course, I have a course. I added the link here. It's Linux commands for new users and advanced alike, but it's dedicated to the new users, beginners, and it will be as a refreshers for intermediate and advanced users. And I added the link. Go check it out. I want to urge you to check it out to see what's the content. And I'm giving a 50% off until the end of January. So it was 197 cut in half. It will be 98 and 50 cents, I think, US dollars. So check it out. And again, you can ask me questions here. I don't force anybody to join my course, but I have to bring it up because I already have it. And if somebody is interested, obviously I'm not gonna promote somebody else's course. to promote my course. So let's see what's going on here. Uh, how can I see info about operating system in kernel? Okay, that's a good question. Let me run the command now. I have to. I'm gonna try to remember it, but I don't think I can. But I can get it right now. I can find it for you right now using the man command. Man. Okay, so okay, yep, we can try LSP underscore release. Let's try this here. Oh, OS release. Okay, I will show you in a minute where I look. Release. No, this is okay. SB release. Uh, I think it's cat COS. Okay, 1 second. I know I ran it so many times, but I can't remember the whole syntax. I'll find it now. Find through using. Oh, I think it's uname dash a. Now I remember. I think actually it's right here. Yeah, let me show you. Oh, I guess you're gonna see it now. So yeah, this is it. Cat space. Let me show Instagram too. So it's to find out the information about what you're running, what operating system you're running. You can type cat space /etc /os dash release, and you can get a detailed information about what's. So I'm running. It says name Ubuntu version 20.04.06 LTS long-term support. Focal fossa, that's the nickname. ID Ubuntu Debian Ubuntu 20.04.6 2004, and then it'll give you more information. Version is the focal Ubuntu code name focal. So this is right here. You got it here. So I hope that helps. And now I don't know if this. I'm not sure if this will run on every Linux distribution. Again, as you know, I have uh, I have I'm running this distribution Ubuntu 22.4. I've been running it for a long time. I used the Linux Mint before. Both are great, but obviously there are hundreds, I think, of releases for Linux distribution. Can be used for a specific task if you want. I mean, you can use all of them, but they're used for specific tasks. If you're into the cyber security and the penetration testing, you can use Kali Linux. It's got so many tools. Let's see if there are any information, any questions. How can I see for about operating system? And okay, so yeah, I guess I didn't retrieve this. You name you the command you name you name to give you information, and it's a dash a. No, remember you name a. So let me switch for it. So Instagram can see too. So if you see here, you run this command, new name, it's going to give you Linux. When you add A, the dash A, the flag, it's going to give you an abundance of information. So it'll give you Linux, UK Cham, HP Pro, such and such. This is the host name of my computer. Then it will give you 5.4.0204 generic, such and such Ubuntu SMB. It'll give you the date, and then it'll give you the uh, yeah, so it'll give you. I don't know if that's the information you're looking for or you need more information. I am using Debian 12 currently. Uh, HWCK, this thing I just made this. Just made this website. Okay. Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, I mean, you know, you look at, you can do a search. I mean, there is no way everyone will remember all the commands, whether on my own computer here and each one is different, But what's good is you should know how to find the information. So Debian, is this the name of your Linux distribution? Debian, Debian 12. That's it. About the system and kernel. The kernel, I don't think. Let me see. Using, okay, find Linux, find Linux kernel. Okay, yeah. So find Linux kernel info version. All right. So what you can do here, you name R. You see, I used uname A. You can use the uname R. Name R. Let's see. Yeah. So I mean, it gave me this information before. Yeah, yeah. It gave me the kernel before. It says 5.4.0 dash 204 dash generic. It gave me the name this before, but it's embedded in along the information. So if you see here, this is this one here. It's right here. It's embedded. But sometimes Linux will give you the output will be uh, very detailed and it's not well formatted. So you have to look through the output. That's the problem. So, yeah, I am using Debian. Yeah. So I don't know if you use the. I mean, uh, uh, Linux Ubuntu is the same as it's Debian based. So if you're using Debian 12, if that's the name of your Linux distribution, it should be the same based on Debian, and I think it's gonna run the same commands. And you can also use yeah. There's a command. It's very important if you use a dmessage. The dmessage it will display the when your system boots. Uh, you're not going to be able to have a chance to read every line or every information. It's going to go fast. It will display on the screen. But if you type the message will display again the information that scrolled quickly against the screen when it was starting during boot startup. It's going to give you the information now, and then you can uh, search through the information about hardware, software, whatever you want, because it's going to give you like I can show you now. So if you type DMessage, DMESG, and you hit enter, it's going to give you all of these information on the screen. You can see, you can look now, you can look through it now. These information, there is a lot of information here, so many. Uh, it goes through when your computer starts during startup. I think it goes through self-testing and check up to make sure everything is working fine, or if it's not working fine, and it will give you a message. This is why if you have problems with your software and hardware, there's a good chance that you can find it through the message. You can just find. So if you look here, you can go through, and obviously I can show you a method to to search or to filter the output. Nobody is gonna go through so many pages to look at every line. If you know what you're looking for, we can do a grab and you can search the output. So, for example, let's say for, uh, you're looking for, if you see here, it says kernel command line. Let's say you're looking at this, you're interested in searching this information, and where it gives you the boot image. So what you can do, you can run the same commands again. Let me clear the screen. You can run it again, and what you do, you can filter the output. You can set it through a filter, and you can add grab, and then you type what you're looking for, which is this word. The system will filter the output for you. It will display a kernel command line that you're looking for, but you have to know what you're looking for. So you hit enter here, and looks like it didn't show it. So let's remove those. Sometimes it's tricky. Okay, so we just use the kernel like filtering criteria. So we're looking for the kernel, and all what it does, it gives you all the lines, and it highlights the what it says kernel. So you can narrow down your search. You can be narrowing down your search instead of looking at a few pages. You can go to narrow, a narrow. Uh, yes. So anyone have a question, comments? Uh, Let me know. I don't see a lot of people. It looks like when I do a live through my mobile, I get more audience. Right now, I'm doing it from my desktop. YouTube is not sending to a lot of people. It sends, I notice that whenever I'm doing it from my mobile, I get a lot of. This is what I like the mobile. But sometimes I have to show you my screen instead of going. But the reason why I did this today from my desktop because I wanted to live stream to Instagram, and I had to put my device my phone. I don't think Apple will let me do different applications streaming live casting different places and screencasting. It does one application, I think. So, with that said, I don't know if somebody has any more questions. You know, and again, guys, the learning process with Linux and other programming languages, and it doesn't stop, at the coding languages. So never ends. You keep going through searches, looking for information. Hey, guys, by the way, make sure you subscribe to the channel. If you're on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to the channel. I need to grow the channel, and the more I grow it, the more motivated I become, and the more videos like these I make, and I will help people more. Live and when I am offline. If you send me a message, So questions, comments, topics. Yes. So if somebody is interested in, if you want me to go over what the course I just announced, the content of it, I can go through the content to give you the what I teach, and it's a self-taught course, self-taught. So if you join, you can go through the material by yourself on your own time. But obviously, you can ask me questions here. I'm always on social media, YouTube, and starting recently on Instagram. And the platform I'm using is Payhip, where I host the course. And once you join, you're capable. the option to send me message. Once you add a comment, I get an email with your comments, and I will answer you. So let me go over the content of the course. Let me just go over it here, since so this way what. Uh, let's see. Okay, so I'm gonna go to the web page. And I got so many screens open and so many terminal for the commands, to the point I'm getting so confused where to go. But I think I know where to go now. Okay, this here. Here. Okay, if you go to okay, maybe I should Instagram. So if you go to okay, I'm looking at the comments too. So submit your questions if you have any questions. I'm looking on and off at the comments here on my tablet, but I want to show you the screen, and let's show it. So this is the course here, right here. It's if you go to this link, I added the link in the description. Let me add it again. Okay. What's the, I mean, Instagram doesn't allow you to have links, but it's okay. Let's do it. Uh, so let me go to, I'm gonna read off the topics I cover in the course, so people will know if they're interested in joining. Because I don't know, people don't. Most of us are lazy and read and look at this and that. So I would read it to make it easier for you. Let me just see here. I'm gonna add the link again here. Uh, what is the live? Okay. So again, again, this is the link. All right. So, okay, the page you can read on your own. There's a title, my name here. That's the title. You go down and this, and you get to this box here. You can click on this. It says Linux commands. Linux commands basics. Then you can read about the course, who is it for, what it does, all the way down. And then I'm going to read for you the curriculum. The last part of the page says curriculum here, course curriculum. And I'm going to go over the section in the chapters so you know what I cover. Guys, I hope you can hear me. Let me know if you're not okay, because I'm going like no, I'm not getting feedback from anyone on Insta or on YouTube. Let me know if you can hear me. I have some people watching. Can you hear me? Can you hear? Can you see me and you hear me well? Can you see my screens? Let me know if there's any problem so I can work on a technical issue. Uh, so the first section is I will go over the sections, then I'll expand them, and I can check what some of the chapters. I cannot go over each one. It's going to take me the whole day. So the first one is section one. It's going to be about installing and starting the terminal window. This is how you prepare to start using the command line. Then section number two is some files and directory commands. This is how you start. You have to know how to use the commands, the files and directory commands. Number three, system resources commands. To find information about your system hardware and software. Then searching and filtering screen output. This is very important. You just ran a command before now for the grep. Using the grep, that will give you, because in Linux, you can display the output, and you may not see the whole output. You have to filter through it for specific information. Number five, using history, find the tree and other commands. Number six, permission. Permission is very important in Linux. I mean, every section, everything is important, but these are essential. You cannot do without them. You have to understand the permission of the file and directory. read, write, execute files, and numerical values, how to change them too, you know. So sometimes you have a file that you cannot access, you can access, but you cannot make changes, and you need to make changes, you know. So you have to change to write access with the read, you know. Sometimes you need the execute access to run the commands. Uh, Number seven, section number seven, configure printer, audio, and more. Number eight, networking and internet related commands. Linux system structure, path, and directory and files, where to find them, how to access them, where to look for them. Section number 10, it's got the Linux system, no, actually, next introduction to shell scripting. Guys, computers, we all know computers are great when it comes to, I mean, computers are great for things, but to be more specific, they're great for processing and the amount of data they can process. They process a lot of information quickly. This is what's different from between computers and human beings like us. You know, we're smart. We do analytics more than a computer because the computer they are as good as the program a human being makes for them. You know, but the speed they run and the amount of the information nobody can beat computers. So this is why in the scripting, this is why I'm talking about the subjects, the speed and the amount of data. Uh, the scripting is a way of automating processes, you know. So, oh, the film, what is that? The film is- Okay, so yeah, uh, sorry for the interruption. So yeah, the shell scripting is very important. A shell script basically is it's uh, a way of running different commands at the same time or in sequence using a script, and that script can be run using one command. You can type so many commands and instructions in one file, and they become a script, and you can run the script in one command. It can go through all the commands. So this is part of automation. So, okay, um, so yeah, let me know if you have any question about automation and scripting using the scripting method in Linux. That's shell scripting. Basically, the shell script is a text file, and that text file has commands that you can run manually, and you make the script and the system running for you automatically in the background or in the foreground, but you don't have to type each command. Let's say every day into my computer, and I run 10 commands manual. I enter one command, I get output. I enter the second command. What you can do, you can add the 10 commands in one file and make it executable and running the script in one command. I think you type dot forward slash and then enter the script. But it has to be executable, and then the system will run all the 10 commands for you, and obviously you can run more commands, you know, at the same time. So you just sit and watch, look at the screen, and you see the commands run for you by the system. You don't even have to do it manually each one. Number 11. Number 11, I go over Linux server installation, how to install a Linux server, and how to remove SSH into it, how to set up because whenever you want to log in a server running Linux, you can appear remotely. I mean, you can do it if you're close, but usually, most of the cases, you can appear remotely. And you can access Linux if you have access to it. You can access the server. It might be hundreds of miles or across the countries or across the globe. You can access it through a small window, start running commands, and you use the SSH function or service, and you have to know how to set it up on the server. It's going to be SSH server service, on a client on your desktop or where you log where you can log in from. It's gonna be your client server. This is the second part of the service. So basically, this is the client server service, and I show you that in simple terms. I mean, I don't go into complicated and a lot of details. I just teach you what I know and how I learn, and I simplify. And if you're starting, or even if you're intermediate at in the intermediate level or advanced, this will serve as a refresher for you. It helps you. But you already know the stuff, so I'm not gonna recommend it. But I recommend it for beginners if they're interested in using Linux commands. And the last one is user-related commands and password setup, how to change the password. And that. So this is, I mean, this is, and each of those section has different chapters, which will go into more details in the. And I promised you before I started that I'm gonna go in the some of the chapters. But to be honest with you, I'm very tired now. My throat is dry. I have to drink some water, and I've been going for I don't know how many minutes or an hour, maybe. I don't know. Maybe so long. Yeah, I've been going over 15 minutes, 57 minutes. I started to live stream on this one. So this you can tell I am tired, but I'm ready for your questions. I can hang out for questions, but I don't have anything else to present or information. I'm gonna sit a few minutes here and wait for your questions to come in, and then I will answer you. And even whether if you're on this live stream, I want to thank you so much for tuning in. And whether you're on this right now or you can be tuning in the future, replay, I want to thank you so much. You can still add a question, whether you're on YouTube or Instagram, and have questions. Let me know, and I can look through them. Later on, next 24 hours, and I can answer it. Yeah, let me know if you have any questions. Again, this presentation uh, started with Linux commands that we use to find hardware, different kinds of hardwares running on your computer, and then we went over some of the questions. We didn't answer a lot of questions because there's not a lot of questions coming in, but somebody asked how to use the Chrome job. I have to prepare for this. I know the Chrome job is used for scheduling tasks, certain time, dates, but I have to. I mean, I know what it is. But I never used it to be honest with you. But it's very important when it comes to Unix and Linux systems because scheduling it's big when it comes to computers. So yeah, I can prepare for it. Another time maybe. But I was thinking of making another video about finding the memory, and if it's upgradable or not. But that's not very important. I guess not. We're not uh, we're not upgrading our system often. So yeah, I'll hang out. I think somebody have a question. So yeah, I can't believe the how hard it was for me to make the setup today. I went over like 1 hour. I didn't even know if it's gonna work or not. But I guess it worked. Hopefully, I don't have any feedback on Instagram or any question, but hopefully people can see and email me later what is question because on YouTube, I think from the question that were coming in, I can tell people were listening to me. They can hear me. Okay. With that said, I wanna I want to thank you so much for joining and for your time, whether we had one person or more on this live stream. Thank you so much. And, let me know if you have any questions, even if you got the message or the notification later on. After this is done, let me know if you have any questions, and you can email me. I think there's, if you go to YouTube page, you can email me. So, with that said, thank you so much. And I will see you in the next video. So long. Um, share. All right. So let's end this here. Okay. It looks like I didn't end it with the YouTube. Anybody have a question before I go? Anyone have a question? Let me know. I guess there's no more question, but there's people. There's three or five. Uh, I mean, I can stop the screen sharing, but anyone have a question? Let me know. All right. So, guys, make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're interested in this kind of topics like software and software as a service. All right. That's it. Thank you so much. See you next time. Oh, I guess I can stay without. Oh, okay. So I stopped sharing, but it looks like I'm still live. Okay, I see. I'm still live here. Yeah, I guess I am. All right. See Instagram here. Yeah, live ended. Reload. Who have a question? No one have a question? Marian. Anybody is using Linux, let me know if you have any question about. I don't know if I can switch the. Let me just get out of the. What do you call it? Tablet. All right. All right. So, I guess, any questions? Okay, guys, I think I'm done with the presentation. I don't have any more to cover. So let me know if you have any question now in 1 minute. 1 minute, I will listen. Because I have to go. Uh, I have to have lunch. It's 1:30. I didn't have lunch yet. So yeah, I'm gonna give you my. Oh, you know what? Let me share my Instagram. Data join. How do I share Instagram? Here. No. Go from the. Let's see. This is this is my Insta. If you're interested to follow me there. You know. All right. Okay. I guess end it now. All right. So let's end it. The trick now, how to end it? Yeah. The okay. Go to studio. Go live. Manage. That's right here. Okay. Let's end it now. Stream hands. Excellent. This the stream.